Hey there, I am grateful to be able to share another holiday tip for you. These are all relationship tips, and they're part of our curriculum in Masterful Living. And these are hard-won tips for me that have really helped me in my relationships, and I love sharing them. One of the main things that we focus on in Masterful Living is relationship. So here's my tip for you today. One time, I had an experience where one of my close family members, I'm not going to say who, but one of the people I really dearly love in my family got mad at me. They got mad at me because I disappointed them. And the reason why I disappointed them was they had expected me to be able to be in a very cheery mood at a difficult moment for me. And I was having a difficult time, and I really needed a timeout, but I had family obligations and responsibilities that I was really interested in making and keeping. So I was doing the best I could, but I was definitely struggling. So I was sort of more inner focused, and my family member wanted me to be the life of the party, and I just wasn't up for it in that moment. But I was still handling all the details and the food and all the other things, but I just wasn't being the entertainer storyteller that my beloved wished for me to be able to be in that moment. Okay, so the next day, my beloved family member came to me and said, "Hey, I really don't appreciate that you were in a quiet mood last night. I expected you to be able to be the entertainer and the storyteller that I wanted you to be." And I felt this attack. I felt my loved one's disappointment with me, and that I had let them down, that they had expectations I hadn't met. And I understood that they were really upset because they really wanted me to be there for them in that particular way. And even though I'd done the best I could, they were still attacking me. And because of my own sense of self-love, I was able to take a breath in that moment. And instead of feeling like, "Hey, I don't deserve that. I did the best I could. I cooked all that food. I did everything. What about me?" Instead, I just took that breath and I said, "I get it. I'm sorry." And I was having a difficult time, so I really was doing the best I could. And in the future, if you ever see me going through a difficult time, just take me aside and say, "I see you're having a tough time right now. What can I do to help you? I'm here to help you. Would you be willing to do that next time?" And of course, my loved one said, "Yeah, sure, I could do that for you." I said, "Because I really was doing the best I could. I was not trying to harsh your buzz or let you down in any way. I was struggling, and I could have used some help, and I didn't know how to ask for it. So in the future, if you see me struggling, if you can offer the help, that's great for me, because I like to be able to be the helper. So when I need help, sometimes I really have a hard time asking for help." Now, here's the kind of moral of the story. I could have attacked back. I could have yelled back. I could have gotten into a really bad argument with my loved one. But because I'm really interested in peace, and I'm really, really, really willing to be truly helpful, I found another way. But the other thing is, I found the other way, the better way, because I partnered up in that moment. I went to Spirit. "Spirit, how do I handle this?" I didn't go into reaction. Instead, I said, "Spirit, how do I handle this?" And Spirit showed me, apologize, take responsibility, don't go into blame, and don't go into defending yourself. All those are ego positions. Because I was willing to take that moment and go to spirit, I felt spirit getting up under both of us in that conversation so that we could be in a loving, compassionate conversation and have a change. And you know what? We've never had to have a conversation like that again. We've never had an argument like that again. And that's a really good thing. And not only did it transform that moment and not create a bigger mess, it also brought us closer together in our relationship because I was understanding and I was compassionate. I asked for understanding. I asked for compassion and I got it. We both got it. And you know what? Compassion is an expression of love, and love is the healer. There's no greater power than love. Love is the only power there is. And if we're trying to solve a problem with something other than love, we're still going to have a problem. So let's offer love and compassion to our loved ones, even when they're attacking us. That will transform the situation when we're partnered up. So this is part of our baseline curriculum in Masterful Living. We practice these things all the time. It makes a huge difference in our lives. Everyone in Masterful Living who practices these kinds of tips and tools that I offer each week all year long, they have miraculous healing and transformation in their relationships. And that's what I wish for you, for all of us this holiday season, now and forever. We're transcending the ego. We're moving out of the same old arguments and the same old disappointments and regrets. And we're into new ground with love and compassion lifting us. All boats rise on this tide of love, and I'm so grateful to be able to share this tip with you today. Practice it. Let me know how you do with it, and I love you. Mwah.